6:00 and you're like, man, look how dark it is. It's time for bed.
Yeah. If it's dark, it can be however late you want it to be.
Right, right.
Hence, they're working on telling time in Milo's class. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just not do this. I mean, I guess we can make 6 p.m. like midnight.
Right?
After 6 p.m., it could be bedtime. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Too much.
I guess that is just how it is. Like, bro, what in the Lord's name happened? Why is it so dark out here? I mean, it's currently 8:31 a.m., but next thing you know, at like 6 or 7 p.m., it's gonna be like dark. It's just dark, you know? That's Ohio weather. That's Ohio in a nutshell.
It is. Ooh, a Halloween party. That sounds fun. Did you all dress up, Jesse?
I was just thinking, do you guys still do like Halloween? Like, do you guys dress up and go trick-or-treating with like younger siblings, or what's the cutoff age? Last year was the first year my kids didn't go trick-or-treating. It was a little strange.
Well, I think I remember last year we didn't actually go trick-or-treating. We just put a bowl of candy out, and a lot of cool costumes came in. Like, there was a kid that was dressed in like a Mario outfit.
Riker, that's so young.
That is so young.
Oh, wow. Like, there was this young kid who was dressed up in a Mario outfit. It was very cute.
Aria, that's good. I like that.
I think my cutoff age, I don't know what my cutoff age was. I think I was about like what Riker said. I may be 10 or 11. Who knows?
Your mom was a bee. I love it.
I love it. Aria said she can go forever because she's short.
I love that too. I'm like, yeah, me too.
Give me some pigtails and a mask, okay?
Yeah. If you're wearing a mask, they can't tell how old you are. So
then I can walk around with my kids and reap the benefits, you know?
That's right, Jasmine. You go get that bag of chocolate. Free candy is free candy. Yes.
If we have a class day where we dress up, that would be fun.
I'd love it.
Would anyone do it?
I would.
Yeah. October 31st, next Monday. Wait, 2 Mondays from now.
Already?
Oh, by that point, I think I might get my hair cut. I don't know, but I gotta tell Mom that I gotta get it by Halloween, because you know why.
It is Monday, October 3rd. Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Will you guys dress up? If I dress up by myself, I'm gonna be sad. Miss Schmidt and I will, I guess, just have fun together. Would anyone else dress up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I do have like a little fox mask I made it out of like I painted it too. I don't know. I might show it whenever I can in this class. I don't know. I might get everyone all focused all over again. Oh, well.
So this is part of my puppy's Halloween costume. I got him this little tiny cowboy hat.
Is he Woody?
He's going to be a cowboy.
Oh.
He's going to be a cowboy. I have a pair of bib overalls that I'm going to kind of change for it to fit him, because none of the puppy ones fit. My dogs are too big.
That is so stinking cute.
You know, we're going to make him, and the other one's going to be a lion.
Oh, I cannot even wait. How cute.
Oh, yeah. I'll dress up. We love Halloween.
That's awesome. Well, October 31st, it's a Monday, not next Monday, the Monday after. The last day of October, we'll send it out with a giant bang.
That's right. I love it.
I'm excited about it. And actually, I'm not going to lie, Pip, you inspired my creativity today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Cell project today, but I just thought of a good alternative. Now, I'm making this up as we go, but I think it could be fun. So I'm going to give you another option, okay? So for our Cell project, we get to put together a playlist of songs. 1 second. We put together a playlist of songs that remind you of the Cell organelles, all right? Kai says, huh? Okay, so like, you know, does anyone listen to music in here? Give me a green check if you listen to music. Please say that some of you listen to music. I love music. I mean, yeah, nothing inappropriate. We aren't going to listen to every song in class. So, like, if it slides one in there, I'll do it every day. All right. So, what I want you to do is as you listen to your music, we're going to go through and pick out songs that remind us of the jobs of the organelle. All right. So, if there is a song about control of something, all right, it doesn't have to be specific. All right. Pip is dressed up today. She is ready to go. She said, bring it. So does that make sense? So if there's a song about control, what organelle might we relate that to? What cellular organelle is in control of the cell's functions? Has the code for everything it is. Yes, Dustin, good. The nucleus. All right. So if there's a song that talks about control, then you could say, all right, that's related to the nucleus. And then you just give me a sentence as to why. So this song talks about, maybe it's like the control or power or whatever in a relationship. So you're like, does it have to be school appropriate? I want to say moderately, like I don't want to open up a song and it be like, F this, F that, or like super violent. Like, if you know what I mean, like, can we keep a middle of the ground, like middle, like of the road, or look up like radio versions, right? Is that still a thing? Like usually, like when I was in school, it had a bad word. If you looked up the radio version in it, for them to play them on air in a vehicle, they would like.
I think that's still a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So like look up the radio version of it. Okay. Like don't pick a super explicit one. All right. Yeah. So pick out something. So like what about does anyone have a song that has to do with like energy of any kind? Like maybe they were excited. The song is writing about excitement for.
I feel like that, Happy by Pharrell Williams is like the excitement song. Like it's always getting you pumped up, That's just how it is.
Good. So you could use the song Happy for the mitochondria, right? Because the happy, like I guess if I had energy constantly and I would be pretty happy too. All right. So what does anybody else have another good example? Control by Halsey, yes, would be a good nucleus song. Anybody else have something that might be
I have a bit of a question. So if you include the song like Control by Halsey or like, Pharrell Williams Happy, I was curious. I know it's kind of like an obvious question, but if you want, could you like add the link to like the song?
I would love that. Yeah, I would love that.
And for Control by Halsey, I think it has a swear word in it, like the D word, but it's not okay. That bad. It's just it's the same as like a river dam, like without the N.
We won't categorize swear words, but like let's just say if there's like 3 to 5, we can make it work. Or like I said, look for that radio version.
Yeah. I think it only repeats it like 3 times, and that's really it. It's just not one word. It's not terrible. It's just it kind of sounds.
What I would like to do is play some of these in class. So if we have some that are just like wildly inappropriate, then we won't be able to do it.
I might try. If there is a radio version of Control by Halsey, I'll try. Worst case scenario, if not, I'll just add a warning. I'll add a warning. So I'll try. I'll try.
Tabby, I like yours. Break Free from Ariana Grande. Good. What organelle do you think? We are the champions. See, these can be any kind of songs. Any kind of songs that fit your genre. So if you're a country person, you can be, or if you like all different kinds, they can be an assortment. All I want you to do is make a playlist. All right. So it can look just like this. All right. It can look like Control by Halsey. Did I spell that right? I don't know. Is it A?
It's Halsey.
Okay, here we go. And then you're going to put nucleus. And then you're going to say, I picked this song. This song because it is themed.
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. If your screen went like that. Sorry.
No worries.
Hit the wrong button.
It themes around control. Okay. So yeah, Ava, you can pick 50s and 70s music. So yes, go ahead and pick whatever you want. Just give me a brief 1-sentence description and the link as to why you picked those songs. All right. And then in the classroom, it'll show you we're talking about the cell project. So we're going to do it for the nucleus, the mitochondria, the Golgi, the endoplasmic reticulum, the ribosome, and I think it is the lysosome.
Yeah. Just one thing. I looked at the example. Do you have to include any of those? There's only 7 boxes. Could you include any of them? Does it matter the cell, the animal or plant cell or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
So I want you to,
yeah.
there should be in there, it should list a core 6. If you want to pick a chloroplast to be your last one, or the cell membrane, or so a cell membrane or a cell wall, you could pick a song that talks about protecting your heart or protecting your relation. You know what I mean? Songs are all, I feel based on life experiences with people, right? Yep, this is an assignment. This is your cell project. So you're going to come up with a playlist of songs that relate to the cellular organelles. All right. The other thing Pip was talking about before class was Millennial Monopoly. Yep, it's a project that you all get to do. Okay. When is it due? It's not due till the end of the unit. So you have plenty of time. If you don't listen to music, maybe this is an opportunity to start listening to music. It's in the content if you go to Unit 3. Or that is okay. And that's okay, Ansley. So what you're going to do is go to the content was where you'll find the Dropbox for this assignment. If you don't like music, you can also, Pip was talking about a Monopoly board. I thought that could be kind of fun too. You could design a Monopoly board where the different properties are related to the cell job functions, if that makes sense. Okay. So I just made that an option today because I think it's fun. If you've never played Monopoly, look it up. So you can do a cell playlist or a cell Monopoly board. All right, and those will all go to the Dropbox. Oh, okay. Something's happening.
I guess we're clicking the wrong buttons. I guess somehow, someone. I was gonna share my screen to show an example if you guys are still slightly confused, but I don't know if anyone would mind. So.
Well, let's just wait for right now so we can move on to class, but maybe at the end of class.
Okay, that sounds good. Is that
okay?
Here, I was going to show the assignment for those guys.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I was trying
in the classroom.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just took over.
No. It's you. If it's you, I totally don't mind.
I'm going to post it.
Thank you, Ms. Schmidt. She saved the day.
You guys can see that.
Mrs. Schmidt, you're wonderful. Thank you.
I'm trying. But yeah, so their directions are there. Who's never played Monopoly? What? Oh my gosh.
I know, right? So I love you all. I love you all. This is what I do want to say though, is if you do not
Your entire face was just on the screen. Now it's in presenter mode. Oh, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Rittenhouse. There is a typo on my thing. Like, I accidentally put in converted. I meant is converted into ATP for one of the questions. So,
that's okay.
yeah.
All right. So let's focus here for a minute. I'm gonna have a mom talk. If you love the Cell Project, that is awesome. If you do not like the Cell Project, that is awesome. I have had some feedback from some of you, and I love you all. But guess what? There are things in life that sometimes that we don't like, and sometimes we just have to do them. Okay. I try to make this class fun. I try to pick projects that might hit your interests based on your introduction stuff as I get to know you. I try to make them engaging. I try to make them fit the curriculum that I have to fit for the state. So this is what I want you to do now, okay? I want you to look at yourself and say, I can do hard things. I can do things that are different, and I can do things I don't like, all right? I'm giving you 2 options, which is more options than maybe I should, all right? You may make a Monopoly board, or you may make a Cell playlist. Any other feedback? I love you, but I'm sorry this is what we're going to do, okay? There are things in my job. I bet Mrs. Schmidt could attest to this. Are there things that you'd have to do, Mrs. Schmidt, for your job or in your life that you do not like to do? I'm guessing she would say yes to. All right. So this is going to be the time that if this is, what was that?
You just got to do it every day, your whole life. You're going to deal with people you don't want to deal with. You're going to do stuff you don't want to do. And you just eat things that you don't like to eat sometimes. You just,
And honestly, I feel like choices, I don't know. I don't get choices. You know what I mean? They don't say, Mrs. Rittenhouse, you can record your grades in the grade book, or you could record them in a spiral notebook at home, or you could just record them in your head.
Nope.
Okay. There are some things that unfortunately we have to have that are just a little bit more rigid than others. And so this is just going to be one of those things. All right.
Oh yeah. Question. Mike cut it off. Kai asked, he asked, can we pick a song only based on the sound of the song and not the words? That's what he asked.
If you can explain it to me, Kai, and you can explain to me that like this music gives you energy or makes you feel a certain way, and that's why you picked it for that organelle, that's fine with me. Okay. As long as it makes sense. I mean, if you pick a lullaby and you say this song like gives me energy or something, I'm going to be like, I don't know. This song makes me want to sleep. I don't know. I wanted to make some sleepy energy. I guess when you sleep, it gives you energy. Just making sense. I want you to show me that as we learn things, guys, there's a triangle of hierarchy. All right. So this is all very intentional. Mrs. Rittenhouse is not just going crazy. She's doing these things for a reason. So when I ask you what the function of the nucleus is, tell me what it is, class. What is the job of the nucleus? Control center. All right. So down here, this is the basic level of understanding. All right. This is the triangle of hierarchy that we learn as we teach. And while you are learning things, you start processing them in different ways. Okay. To the point, this is called Bloom's taxonomy. So the point when you get to this very tippy top is where we get these projects, where it's saying that you can't just tell me, all right, down here's the basic. This is the basic level of understanding Up here, this tells me, okay, I can take what the job of the cell is and I can relate it to something else, and I can make something to prove my mastery of this content. Does that make sense to everybody? That's why we do these projects. And you don't just say, well, my Mrs. Rittenhouse, can't I just send you a Word document that says the job of the nucleus is the control center of the cell. The job of the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I would love it if you made a band title or an album title that is unique to you. All right. I want you to use all of the creative upper level thinking that you can. Okay. Because that's what's going to show to me that you can't just take information and just spit it back out to me, but that you can take it and you can process it and you can create things from it because you're a mastery of the content. Does that make more sense? Awesome. Thanks for letting me get on my mom stage for a minute. Because I so badly, as part of my personality type, is a people pleaser. And that's not all bad. So I really want to make this class fun. I want to make it engaging. I want to make it something that you like. You know, I want the projects all to be liked by you. I want you to all be excited by them. But at the end of the day, I cannot get it right for all 200 of my students. Okay. So sometimes I'm going to get it right. Thank you, Ava. You're so sweet. Some days I'm going to get it right and some days I'm going to get it wrong. So if you'll just be patient with me and push through some of the stuff that you don't prefer, it's going to just provide a more fun environment for us all. Okay. I'm proud of you all. We're going to learn how to do these adult things together because that's what you're learning, right? You're learning to be little adults. And it's hard. And one of those things are just doing things that you don't always want to do. Awesome. So this week, we have another little short quiz today. So I want to make sure we get to our content today. We have a study guide that is optional, right? Study guides are always optional. But Pip was talking at the beginning of class about how many extra credit points she has and how awesome it is. And you can get those extra credit points by doing those study guides. All right. She showed up to the help session earlier today. We went over some of her questions, and I think she's going to be ready for that mid-unit test. Awesome. All right. So the goals. Ireland, are you here today? Is there any chance you would read our goals for us? So you can start your project anytime and you can turn it in anytime.
I was not expecting to get called to read it, but okay.
Well, you deserve it.
Can you describe passive transport? 2, what is diffusion? 3, what is osmosis?
Yep, perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. I know most of the time I ask for volunteers, but I just thought I'm just feeling change today, right? Awesome. I appreciate it. So we're going to talk about passive transport, diffusion, and osmosis. Tell me how you feel today. If I asked you to explain passive transport to the class, give me a star review. How well could you do it? If you described passive transport right now, would your class give you a 1-star review or a 5-star review on your ability to explain passive transport right this second? Hey, I would agree. We got lots of 1 stars, 2 stars, and 3 stars. All right, good. So we're kind of familiar with it. What about diffusion and osmosis? I'm going to lump them together because they're sometimes taught together. Diffusion and osmosis. If you had to teach it right now today, would your class give you a 1-star review or a 5-star review or somewhere in the middle? No 5. Somebody's gonna get a 5-star. I gotta know who my 5-star person is. I bet my 5-star person, or any of my 5-star 5-star person people. I can't talk today. Any of my 5-star people, would you want to go give a stab at what diffusion or osmosis is in chat or on your mics? I would love it.
I think I have the definition on my study guide. If you don't mind, I'll share it.
No, don't do that yet.
I was, but
Because you read ahead. You read ahead. We talked today. Just
all
wait.
right then. Well, I guess never mind.
No, it's not you. I want to know if anyone before pre-looking at it. It's not
anyone.
you.
I was joking. You know that. I was joking. I was joking. You know that.
I'll let you read it here in a minute. I want you to read the real one. I want to know if anyone who just came into biology who already knows what it is.
Don't be shy, like Miss Jackson once said.
Yes. Dustin, good. Diffusion is the spreading of very close. It's not volume, but yes, diffusion is spreading across the cell. Your idea is very, very close. Perfect. I love it. Good. Well, Pip, will you go ahead and read the definition? I know you went ahead and we talked ahead, so I taught ahead with you today.
Yeah. I think we need to move on to that slide with the definition on it.
All right. So let's go to what passive transport is, guys. If you do something passively, do you do something with energy, or do you feel like somebody's just like moping around? If I had to ask you to passively do something, what does the word passive mean? Good. I like that, Dustin. Without energy. Yeah, if I ask somebody to do something and they're like, okay. Like when I asked Mila to clean her room. She just gave me a dirty face. She goes, bad example, Mom. But she like walks up the stairs really slowly. Right? Versus if I said, hey, Mila, Rowan wants to go, your friend wants to go with you to the pumpkin show today. She would go running up the stairs to get dressed to get ready to go, right? So passive transport is when you do something that does not require energy, you're kind of moping around, all right? So today we're going to talk about the movement of molecules. Are molecules alive? Yes or no? Good. No, molecules are not alive, but molecules come into spaces. They come into our cells and they move through our cells. It's all right. It's Monday, guys. I couldn't even say whatever word it was I was just saying a minute ago. All right. Cells move into our cells and out of our cells. One way they move is passively. All right. So what I want you to do in chat is write passive equals no energy. Okay. When cells move. When molecules move across cells, they do so in a passive way. It doesn't require energy. All right. They move from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Okay. I like to think about it as this. If I took all 69 of you right now and stuck you in one hotel room, okay? I stuck you all in one hotel room. And then when I was like, oh, wow. Clean version. Boop, boop. All right. Then across the hall, I opened up another room. What would you all do? What would you all do if I stuffed you all in one room and then walked away and opened another door? What would you do? Yeah. You guys be like, peace, I'm going to go find more space in another room, right? Jumping out the window. Yes. And molecules, believe it or not, are the same way. All right. They don't like to be crammed up together in small spaces with other molecules. If they're given the opportunity to move into space, they want space. Nobody has to make them move. All right. I didn't say, hey, I'm handing out $100 bills for whoever walks across the hallway and goes into that room. Okay. I didn't have to bribe people. People are like, I don't want to stand like this. I don't want to be smashed. I want to get away. Right. No, I get you, Ireland. You're like, why does everybody want to be in this room? Maybe I need to be in this room. Yes, I'm an overthinker. I follow you. But think of it from a very easy standpoint. If you're crowded in a space that's lots of people and you can move to space, you're going to go that way without being bribed. All right. That is what we relate to passive transport. All right. These are some forms of passive transport. Diffusion is passive transport. Osmosis is, somebody type it in chat or say it out loud. Osmosis is passive transport. Facilitated diffusion is
Passive transport.
passive transport. Okay.
All of it is passive transport.
So diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion are all forms of passive transport, ways that molecules, non-living molecules, move across the cell without energy. All right. What is that? What does that look like? Pip, will you read what diffusion is for us? And Dustin, you are right on.
All right. Diffusion moves molecules from a high concentration to a low concentration until equilibrium, reminds me of something, is reached. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So equilibrium. All right. Let's do some word dissecting. Equilibrium. If you slice and dice it, what does equal mean? Yep. The same on both sides, right? So you see here, this is the hotel room scenario. Everybody is crammed together. Then the molecules are like, oh, good. Guys, look, there's space over here. Look at all this space. All right. And so then the molecules start spreading out and moving around in the space. And this example, it is a beaker of water, right? It can also be in our cell until they are all equally spaced out and have their own personal space, which we call equilibrium. Somebody tell me what this is right here and make me the happiest Monday morning teacher ever.
The one that's in the box, it looks like a membrane.
Yes, yes. Dustin, you're right too. A membrane. What is this little guy right here?
Which little guy you point?
This one that I just circled. What is that, guys?
It looks like a lipid, but I don't know.
Yes, it looks like a lipid. It smells like a lipid. No, I guess we can't smell it. It is a lipid. It is a phospholipid. Good job, guys. These are those lipids that we talked about in Unit 2, right? That are hydrophilic. They like water on this side. Hydrophobic. They don't like water on the inside, right? This is a cell membrane, okay? And that they are protecting our cell from molecules that are coming in and out. So we're going to look further at that. All right. So in simple diffusion, molecules are allowed to come through the membrane by themselves. All right. They're like, oh, look, there's space over there in that cell. I would like to occupy it. So they transfer across the membrane. This is diffusion. Everybody take your arrow and say diffusion, even if it's not on your mic.
Diffusion.
This is diffusion, okay? When molecules travel across the plasma membrane passively without energy, all on their own. All right? Scooting over. Right here, this is facilitated diffusion with a channel. All right? This is a water slide that goes through the cell membrane. All right? It's like if you took a water slide from the outside or inside of a hotel to the outside, right? The molecules go through these protein channels so that they're able to get through the membrane. Because of their shape, because of something about their molecular function, they cannot go through the membrane. All right. They have to get into the cell through a channel. All right. This is like a guard at the door of the cell saying, knock, knock. Who are you? All right. You may enter. Right. This is facilitated diffusion with a channel. Everyone take your arrow and say facilitated diffusion.
Facilitated diffusion.
Good. Now, the only difference between facilitated diffusion in the middle and the facilitated diffusion here on the end is that this one is has a carrier protein, right? Basically, it's just it's like a double lock, all right? So this is like a front door with a lock. This is like a front door with a lock and a deadbolt, right? In order to enter, they have to kind of get through two modes of protection. But all of this is what kind of transport, guys? Passive transport. Everybody say passive. All three of these forms of diffusion are passive transport. And if it's passive, do we need energy?
No, we do not.
We do not need energy for passive transport. Fantastic. Good, good, good. Let's do a quick check. Will someone read this first question for me?
Don't be shy. I guess if no one else wants to, I could, but let me see.
Go for it, Pip.
All right. So which one do I read? The
number one.
Which one do I read?
Oh, I guess number one's up here. Let's do this one.
Okay. In which direction will all water molecules move across the membrane? A from A to B, B from B to A, or C, the water will not move. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to look on both sides. Which side is the more crowded hotel room? And which direction are they going to move from? If this is diffusion, if this is passive transport. Good. A lot of you are selecting B. B is the correct answer. All right. B is the correct answer. There's more molecules over here in B than in A. So it's going to move across to A until they have equal amounts on each side. Who knows what that's called? When there's equal on both sides? Equilibrium. Thank you, Ireland. All right, question number 2. Somebody read it for me.
I guess I'll just read it.
Yay!
Osmosis moves blank molecules across a semi-permeable permeable membrane. A, oxygen, B, glucose, C, water, D, potassium.
We skipped this slide, but who knows this one? Because I stink and I missed this slide for time's sake. This one is water. All right. I want you to all type osmosis equals water. All right. That is the only difference. Osmosis is the diffusion of water. Water is special. It's the universal solvent, right? We've learned all about how special the shape of water is, how awesome water is. So it gets its own name for diffusion. It's simply the diffusion of water molecules. All right. Osmosis is the diffusion of water molecules, the movement of water molecules from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. That would be water. All right. Last but not least, somebody read the last quick check question for me.
Diffusion moves molecules from high concentration to low concentration until equilibrium is reached. True or false?
There's Aria. Hi, Aria. Good morning. I love hearing your voices. Thanks so much for popping on and doing that. Awesome. Yes, you are absolutely all right. The diffusion of water molecules from high to low, that passive, you don't have to wave around $100 bills or incentives at me, is true. Okay, good. Absolutely right. So we did this the other day. I want to do this again today. Let me pull out my files here. All right, so yesterday, what did you guys know yesterday about passive transport, osmosis, and diffusion? Let's write it on here. Yesterday, we didn't know a lot, right? Unless we looked ahead. Ireland put almost nothing. Write that on there. But we want to look at what we're doing in class, all right? What do we know yesterday about how molecules move in and out of our cells? We knew not a lot, all right? What do we know today? What do we know after leaving today? Okay. What do we know today? Put it in there. I want you to start dropping some words from today. What are some words we did today? A lot. Kai, you better not. Oh, maybe you slept on it yesterday, not during my lesson, right? You teased me during the lesson, Kai, so I know you weren't asleep. Good. Equilibrium. Good. High concentration to low concentration. Somebody stick passive transport in there. We learned what that is. We learned what diffusion is. Somebody stick osmosis in there. You do a good job, Kai. Good. Passive equals no energy. Good. So tomorrow, what do you think we're going to do tomorrow? How are we going to get better at this tomorrow? And what are we going to add to our understanding for tomorrow? What do you think? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Yes. Good. Peel away more. Good. So we're going to do a little bit more of an activity with it tomorrow, right? So today you gave me what I told you and you told me. So tomorrow we're going to take it to the next level. Dig deep, right? Then what we're going to do tomorrow, dig deep, learn a little bit more. And then what Pip said, Pip, make sure you put that on there too. We're going to talk about the opposite of active transport, which is what? Or I just said it. The opposite of passive transport, which is active transport. Yep, you can use songs. You can use some of the same songs, Riker. Just give me your explanation.
On the songs, they absolutely, you don't have to create your own songs. Just find songs that either you already know or do a Google search. You can actually, if you type in powerhouse, because I was thinking of what? I was thinking the powerhouse of the cell. What was I thinking of? Anyone?
Come on, guys. She's asking you, what's the powerhouse of the cell? Yes.
Mitochondria. Thank you. So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, there's got to be some song about being like a powerhouse or something like that. And I actually found there's no words to this one, but it was from a Daffy Duck and Disney. Like they have this, like apparently a song that goes along with that. So I thought that was pretty funny. But now that I'm saying mitochondria, there's another song that's got the chondria. Oh, now it's going to drive me nuts. It's not, I'll think of it.
That's
I feel
awesome.
like it's, a Lady Gaga song or something.
That's awesome. No, I love that you said that because that's exactly what you can do. And somebody, I think, was it Kai? Somebody had asked about doing one without lyrics, which I said, yeah, go for it. But that's a perfect example. The quiz will open after class. The quiz will open after class. I'm trying to keep up with chat. Class is over, but I'm still here. So I can't open it until I'm not here with you. And then I will open it. Awesome. Well, good job today, guys. All right. Fantastic job. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll meet you back here tomorrow. And yeah, any other questions, feel free to stick around. It is a
Pick
good
different songs. Because there's only, 8 different terms that we have? Oh, I don't think I have it up anymore.
I think it's
So yeah, pick different songs. The checkpoint again.